I represent people badly hurt by terrible car accidents, motorcycle crashes, and careless doctors. When an innocent victim is badly injured by a corporation or a doctor, that's not a fair fight. I take the case to make it a fair fight. I take the case to win the case. I'm in it to win it. That's why we win more than 95% of the cases we take and pursue.
Badly injured? Call or text 444-4444. All fours for legal help. Pick and Pull would like to introduce you to Dr. Cash.
Doctor of everything green.
Because he just recycled his old junk car.
And I got cash.
Call Pick and Pull at 800-996-4112 and we'll give you cash for your junk car.
Just what the doctor ordered.
800-996-4112.
My name is Jason Davis, the dog guy. I studied environmental management over 25 years ago. The environmental concerns they were teaching about then in terms of climate change, they are all happening. I pause and think, we haven't done anything, nothing significant. As a dog owner and lover of dogs, I go back to simple changes in the way we care for humans' best friend could have meaningful, positive influence on the well-being of our planet Earth.
I think it's safe to say that our pets do have a significant environmental footprint. 170 million dogs and cats. Those dogs eat equivalent to what 70 million people would eat. 70.
In order to feed the 7 billion people now on the planet and our dogs, we are requiring much of the Earth's land surface to be covered in agriculture.
There are sick animals that are being fed to our pets. An animal that has cancer, a cow that died of mysterious causes, unknown causes, so it has something. We don't even know what it is. That's what's being allowed into the food of our pets today.
The fact that it's a possibility is scary.
You'd probably sue any company that brought that to the market, and you'd actually try and close them. You'd wonder why the FDA allowed that.
There are consistent recalls that come out on meat-based pet foods.
What we put on our own plates and what we put in the bowls for our dogs, it certainly matters.
There have been news articles that have cited the fact that euthanasia drug has been found in commercial pet foods and it possibly being linked to euthanized dogs and cats.
When people understand a little bit more about the labels, they probably think, I don't want to give my dogs that. I didn't know that.
There's 900 million dogs on the planet now.
American dogs and cats eat the same amount of calories as the country of France.
Inevitably, we are having an impact on the climate system and we are changing the world for our benefit.
They are now saying that livestock globally emits 14.5% of greenhouse gases.
We are not powerless. We need to feel empowered to make change. Our Earth, our loved ones, and humans' best friend depend on it.
We need to figure out how we're gonna live sustainably on this planet with our dogs.
Dogs are a part of our family. They have a purpose, and how we care for them can improve our environment.
Yeah, back in 1973, we set Rick Hernandez up in a store on K Street, and was his store. We didn't do anything. We let him do whatever he wanted.
I was looking for a location for Russ, and I happened to find this location, Birch Shoes, at 727 K Street. So I called Russ up. I said I found the perfect location for our store. He came down and checked it out. He said he liked it, so he signed the lease, and that's how I got in.
And so the building is known as Tower Records Store. That was its last use. And Russ is the one who had commissioned the mural in the summer of 1973.
Frank Carson, who was the artist who was making our posters and our calendars, came to me and said he would like to paint a mural because that space over the entrance was such an attractive place to put a mural on.
His calendars, I believe, were so famous. He was very well known as a very creative genius.
Frank had never done a mural before, but he took on the challenge. And Frank partnered with a good friend of his, Mitch Aronson, to do the piece.
My father was Mitch Aronson. He was a local artist in Sacramento, and eventually he moved into the architectural realm of art. And we moved to Las Vegas, where he has work in every hotel and casino on the Strip.
Rich and I worked on it 10 hours a day, 7 days a week in a hot summer, so it was pretty miserable.
He was a wonderful, crazy character.
You know what? After I finished it, I never went back to look at it. I mean, I haven't seen it since I finished it.
So get all my gear, get everything ready, and then about that time, they'll want to start the car. So we warm the car up. We usually fire it up on alcohol first and then switch it over to nitromethane. And we have a little program we do to make sure it goes in gear and out of gear and the clutch is adjusted properly. And it's a lot of strategy. I mean, there really is a lot of strategy. Depending on, like I said, if you're down to the last round of qualifying and you're on the outside looking in, man, you're going to hang it out extra hard to get the car down there, whereas if stuff was going a little goofy, you might shut off on a normal run. But you know it's your last chance to get in, so you'll drive it a little further sideways, you'll run it a little closer to the wall, you'll stay in it a little longer than you probably should, you know, and a lot of times it pays off and you get there and then you earn your paycheck for the day. That's why you're there.
What's the funnest thing about driving one of these cars?
Burnouts. Burnouts are super fun. I mean, doing just big old smoky burnouts are insanely fun.
Our cows are real high quality for beef. You guys like eating steaks? Society gets more urbanized. Kids have to learn about where their food comes from so they know whether they're buying imported food or domestic food. I mean, food is our national security. Kids have to know that it's being produced in the United States. They have to know that it's being produced safely, economically, affordably. We have the lowest food in the nation, so kids have a right to know, and their parents have a right to know where our food's coming from. So I bring groups out here all the time and try to educate them about how we produce our products.
How are you going to feel now about eating beef?
Well, on a nutritional perspective, I would, but if there was a cow right in front of me and I had to eat something that related to beef, I'd feel guilty.